Welcome to the channel. My name is Aubrey and I'm not good at running, but I'm getting better. I'd like to talk to you about On Running's latest shoe, the Cloud Runner. Now, I kind of feel like Thanos. For those of you that don't know, Thanos is the baddie from the Marvel Comics, Marvel films. He snaps his fingers, half the population disappears, and he's after these Infinity Stones. So he snaps his fingers, Cloud Flow, Cloud Swift. I actually have two of these. I'm a fanboy, I won't lie to you. Oh, and then I got the trail one, the Cloud Vista. Amazing shoe. But my latest and favorite On Running shoe ever, the Cloud Monster. Now, I feel like I've collected all these Infinity Stones, but I just got one more, and that's what we're gonna talk about. Oh, three things. One, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, interact with me. It would mean a lot as I grow the channel. The second thing, these shoes have been gifted to me by my local running and sports shop, Simply Sports. I'll put the link in the description. Please do give them a follow. Thirdly, I'm an On Running fanboy. And yes, I will be biased. It's as simple as that. Before you tell me anything, if you give me an array of shoes, I look at the On Running shoe one first. It's as simple as that. 9mm drop in a size UK 9.5. I weighed mine. It came up at 306 grams. 130 pounds, as I mentioned, as a price point. And I think that's symbolic of what this shoe is for, that everyday running. Anyway, On Running, I've also been intentional in terms of the recycling. I think that part is key. One big criticism I gave to the Cloud Monster was the lacing system. They've gone simple. Simple sometimes is all you need. I like that about this. The second thing I want to talk about is the speedboard. They've retained the speedboard. Now, in my review of, I'll put the card here, have a click on the Cloud Monster. I break down what the speedboard is, but essentially, within the midsole of the shoe, and if you turn the shoe upside down, you will actually see it on the heel. But it's a plate that runs through the middle of the shoe. Where you've got the shoe like that, it keeps it rigid enough to propel you forward, whilst the Cloud Tech and the cushioning that are in there, this Cloud Tech technology, brings that cushioning. So it's soft enough to cushion, but rigid enough to propel. I might need to register that. And that, to me, is one of the best things they've done with this shoe, that they've retained some of the high tech. Even though it's perceived to be a lower price point than the other ones, that's a good thing to have in this shoe. Criticisms. 130 pounds. If it was another brand, you would get, in my opinion, a higher performance shoe. That's just me being honest. The second thing I would probably criticize is the level of detail. Now, again, it's 130 pounds, so I'm not expecting you to perform like your other shoes. This is a Cloud Monster. That level of detail is meticulously put together and you can appreciate it. This is the trail running shoe, the Vista. You can see how well put together this shoe is. Whilst I understand this is an everyday mileage, 5K, just normal kind of running, and if you're just getting into running or you used to run before and you're trying to return to it, this is highly recommended for you, and I get that. But I keep going back to 130 pounds. In my opinion, I think On Running could have been a bit bolder, a bit flashier with the details. All right, enough of the criticisms. We don't need that kind of negativity over here. It's On Running after all.
One thing I forgot to talk about. Hey, we have to talk about the uppers on this shoe. Excuse the noise, obviously I'm out running. But the uppers, the way the lacing system works in conjunction with the tongue, your feet just feel so secure. It feels like I'm getting a cuddle by a girl I really like just on my feet, if that makes sense.
Would I recommend you buying the Cloud Runner? Absolutely, but it depends. If you can afford the Cloud Monster, that would be my #1 recommendation, without a doubt. If you can't, absolutely. Now, don't get me wrong, this is no slouch. I've intentionally left the last feature to talk about for the end, and that's the outsole. That gives me comfort. It looks resilient enough to withstand the road and will be with me for the kind of miles I want to put onto it. I've criticized other shoes, namely the Adidas Adios Pro 2. I don't trust that the outsole will last me long enough. This, I fully do. Sorry, I just had to say it. Man, with that said, thank you very much for watching, and I truly hope you join me on the next one. Please do subscribe to the channel. It does mean a lot to me. Thank you.